It's not just a car. It's a poster on the wall. A dream in every child's mind. A machine that broke every rule and rewrote what a supercar could be. This is the story of the Lamborghini Countach, the coolest supercar ever built. Before the Countach, the world of supercars was impressive, but predictable. After the Countach, it was a revolution of style, power, and raw emotion. From the moment it first appeared in the 1970s, the Lamborghini Countach became an icon, not because it was practical, but because it wasn't. It was wild, unapologetic, outrageous. Today, we dive deep into why the Countach isn't just cool, it's the coolest supercar ever made. 1. The birth of a legend. The story begins in 1971, at the Geneva Motor Show. Lamborghini was still a young company, but it had already rocked the world with the Miura, the car that invented the term supercar. How could they possibly top it? The answer was the Countach. The name alone, Countach, was different. In the Piedmontese dialect of Italy, it's an exclamation of astonishment, like saying, wow. And that's exactly what people said when they first saw it. Designed by the legendary Marcello Gandini at Bertone, the Countach looked like something beamed down from another planet. Sharp edges, aggressive stance, futuristic scissor doors, it was a complete break from the flowing curves of the past. 2. Design, a supercar from the future. The Countach's design wasn't just for looks, it was purposeful, radical engineering. Its wedge-shaped body was designed for maximum aerodynamic performance at a time when few cared about such things. The scissor doors weren't just a party trick, they helped drivers exit the wide, low car in tight spaces. Today, they're a symbol of Lamborghini itself. Every angle, every vent, every crease told you one thing. This wasn't just a fast car, it was a fast car that wanted you to know it. 3. Performance that blew minds. Powering this beast was Lamborghini's legendary V12 engine, mounted longitudinally just behind the driver. Early models packed a 4.0-liter engine, making around 370 horsepower. Later variants pushed past 400 horsepower, and in some special editions, even higher. 0 to 60 in around 5 seconds. Top speeds over 180 miles per hour. In the 1970s and 80s, that was mind-meltingly fast. But the Countach wasn't about numbers. It was about the experience, the mechanical scream of the V12, the heavy gated shifter clanking into gear, the brutal way it put power to the pavement. Driving a Countach wasn't easy. It was raw, physical, demanding. And that's exactly why it was unforgettable. 4. The Countach's versions, evolution of a dream. The Countach evolved over nearly 2 decades. Each version refined, and sometimes exaggerated, its outrageous formula. LP 400, 1974. The purest form. Slim, elegant, without the later flares and spoilers. It was as close to a spaceship as Earth had ever seen. LP 400S, 1978. Wide fender flares, chunky tires, an optional massive rear wing, the Countach began to morph into the monster we know today. LP 500S, 1982. A bigger 4.8-liter V12 added even more grunt, meeting the demands of supercar-hungry drivers around the world. 5000 Quattrovalvole, 1985. 4 valves per cylinder, more power, more speed, more drama. The Countach was now a true 200 miles per hour car. 25th anniversary, 1988. The final version, more refined, more comfortable, but still outrageously Countach at heart. 5. Cultural impact, the Countach as a dream machine. The Lamborghini Countach wasn't just a car, it was a cultural icon. It starred in movies, graced posters, and filled dreams. Every teenager in the 80s had a Countach poster above their bed. It was the definition of success, the embodiment of fantasy. Celebrities bought them. Rappers rapped about them. Wall Street tycoons flaunted them. The Countach wasn't about blending in, it was about standing out, in the loudest, boldest way possible. 6. The truth about living with a Countach. But let's be real. Living with a Countach wasn't easy. The windows barely opened. The air conditioning was more of a suggestion. The clutch was heavy enough to double as a gym workout. Rear visibility? Forget it. Drivers often had to open the door and sit on the sill to reverse. But none of that mattered. Because when you drove a Countach, or even just saw one, you didn't care about practicality. You cared about the thrill. 7. Why the Countach still matters today. Every modern supercar, from the Lamborghini Aventador to the Ferrari SF90, owes a debt to the Countach. It redefined what a supercar could be: wild, extreme, a rolling piece of art. Even today, no car turns heads like a Countach. Park it next to a brand new hypercar worth millions, and people will still run toward the Lamborghini. It's not just nostalgia. It's pure, timeless impact. 8. The 2021 Countach Homage. In 2021, Lamborghini honored the legend with the Countach LPI 800-4, a modern reinterpretation built on the hybrid Shan platform. It fused old-school inspiration with cutting-edge technology and sold out instantly. It was proof that the Countach spirit isn't stuck in the past. It's alive, roaring into the future. Other supercars might be faster, more comfortable, or more advanced. But none have captured hearts like the Lamborghini Countach. It was a dream made metal. A rebellion made mechanical. A fantasy made fuel-injected. The Countach didn't just change Lamborghini. It changed us: how we dream, how we imagine speed, how we define cool. And that's why the Lamborghini Countach will forever be the coolest supercar ever made.